My flatmates and I are a bunch of pranksters. We like playing pranks on each other all the time. And by that I think it's mostly just me playing pranks on everyone else. They're never really offensive pranks, they're very lighthearted, but the main one I like to do is change my voice when someone rings up. Someone rings up to go up to the flat, and I'm like, hello? Hello, who's this? And then they'll think it's someone else, they'll think they dialed the wrong number. It's funny to me. I actually convinced one of Luke's friends he was genuinely at the wrong house, which was funny. He then rang up on the numbers. Oops. But I've also done this in different voices. That's just something I like to do. It's a hobby, okay? It's weird, yes, I know. But Luke and I do that all the time. It's funny, right? Objectively. So that's just setting the scene. It's 11 p.m. I'm home alone on a Friday, as usual. What am I doing? I'm just watching some Better Call Saul. Have you seen Better Call Saul yet? Not a plug. It's just really freaking good. It's like Breaking Bad Part 0.5. It's so well made, and it's really intense American crime, and it's really good, right? So I've been watching this all day. I'm really intense, and suddenly, as the episode ends, I hear my buzzer ring. And I'm like, what? Who could this be? Did Luke come home finally? It's been a while, Lukey. So I get up, and I go to the phone, and I'm like, hello? And they went, it's the police. And I went, fuck off, Luke. Seriously. And they went, no, it's the police. And I went, no, seriously, no, who is this? And they're like, it's the police. And I was like, no, you're not. Like, just stop messing with me. Like, just tell me who this is. And they're like, it's the police. And I just imagine this person, like, who is this? Who's not letting it? And I'm just like, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe this is. And I'm like, no, I mean, I want you to tell me who you are. It's like, it's the police. Someone in your flat is smoking. And we need to find out who it is. And I was like, oh, I mean, what? I mean, at this point, I still honestly think it's someone trying to pull my leg. And I'm like, but I was like, I mean, I hate smoking. I would never, that wouldn't be. It's like, no, someone in your block of flats. And I went, okay. And he was like, can you just let us in the building? And I went, oh, sure, come on in. Meanwhile, I'm just having, the biggest panic attack of my entire life, because we all have skeletons in the closet, okay? We all have things that we know we do that maybe we shouldn't do. For instance, and I'm fairly certain this is what it was, that caused the biggest panic attack of my life when I was 6. When I was 6 years old, my father took me to a Walmart, and there, sitting next to a pillow, was a beautiful rainbow unicorn eraser. Rainbow was my favorite color as a child, I'm not kidding, and then second favorite was pink. Now, I loved this rainbow eraser, and it was only a nickel, but it was also out of place, and so I just put it in my pocket. We get out of the Walmart, my dad begins to drive us home, and I pull it out, and I show off my beautiful eraser. It turns out I had stolen this nickel. Now, that my parents tried to give it back, but I think we dropped it on the way. Either way, I think that caught up to me. I think finally they found the tape. They saw my face in the camera. They went, this boy is still a baby face. His face has not changed at all. And they found me, and they're ringing up, right? It wasn't about the pot at all. It was all about this eraser that I had, and I couldn't erase this from my past, okay? I tried to run from it. I moved countries. But they found out. They found out about my rubber, which is still funny as an American to say rubber instead of eraser. But I'm freaked out. I lock the door. I'm sitting there like, what's going on? I'm looking out the peephole. I don't hear anything. I message my friends, where is everyone? I'm home alone. There's police in the building. There's always police in the building. I can't believe I told a cop to screw himself, to fuck off. I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I actually said that. I hear nothing after 5 minutes, and my stomach begins to make a noise. It's hungry. It's time for food. And it's basically time for Sainsbury's to close. But I look out the door. I thought, because I've been watching Better Call Saul so much, I was being set up. I thought 2 fake police officers were going to come to my door, and I was going to be like, hello, boom, I'm dead. And then I started coming to my senses. Nobody really has a gun in this country. I should be safe. I go outside. I go down the stairs. I smell some pot. I don't see any police officers. And I'm like, I don't know what happened. I'm kind of scared that someone's going to break into my house. Why did they ring me? Why did they ring my house? I don't know. I get my food on my way back. There's the 2 cops. They're just walking around in circles trying to stop people from smoking pot. What? I thought pot was like one of those things that cops don't really care about in the UK or anywhere for the most part. I don't like pot. I don't want to touch pot. Not a big fan of it. But I mean, if someone wants to do that in the safety of their own home, that's fine. But also, I covered my face up for some reason, even though the cops never saw me. I didn't want them to be like, that's the face of the eraser boy, or maybe that's the face for that voice that told us to fuck off. I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry, boys in blue. I didn't know it was you. I genuinely expected, like, Luke's little ginger head to be wearing a little cop hat, like, gotcha. And that's the time I almost got gotten by the cops, right? Not clickbait. Totally happens. I was terrified, okay? I'm home alone watching crime things. It's a scary day for me, okay? Hope you enjoyed this story. It was a good one. I could have started the first minute off of this video with a merch plug, because I heard that's what Storytime YouTubers do. They're like, oh my god, big clickbait here, but before I do that, look at this merch I've got. So I'll put it at the end. Do you guys know I have merch? I have a lot of merch. You should go get some. It's really cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this story time out of the blue. I'll see you next week. Goodbye. One take. What? Boom! Oh, fuck my laptop!